Rudiel! Oh, what are you still doing here?
Glardier, where in Tamriel have you been?
I told you before, Glardier's gone. Look, you're so plain, Rudiel. So boring.
Well, there's no need for that. I know she doesn't seem the part. Right. Sorry. As far as... maybe... it's a start. I think I saw Pavo over by the east wall. He was scrounging around on the ground. Tanelwyn was in the lecture garden. Looked like she was interrogating someone. And I heard Selinia yelling from up on the wall. Make sure she... Would you believe idle curiosity? No? Fine. I borrowed it from the librarian, Camley Hall, to impress Glardier. The, Library of Shrieking Terror. Borrowed? I was going to put it back. Honestly, I don't even know why we have a Library of Shrieking Terror. This is a school, for Ariel's sake. I just wanted to impress Glardier. Where do you think? Fumbling around like the rest of my classmates. I ran straight to the headmaster when I realized what had happened. But when I got there, I found him standing on... I've been asking myself the same thing. Truthfully, I'm totally unremarkable. Everyone says so. I suppose it's possible. My mother always said I was special. I've always been very good with jigsaw puzzles. Paper folding, too. Do you think... Remarkable! Everyone always says I'm so dull. But you see, I've got hidden depths. Yes, of course. Goodness, we've barely even had a chance to speak about it. This is the illumination... Don't be crude. We don't just organize the tales. We study and transcribe them, breathing new life into old stories. I focus on lesser-known works, plays mostly. The works of Toldinderil, for instance, they're pretty... I was going to say dry, but yes, boring. They don't know what they're missing. Tales of adventure and follies are fine, but where do you think? Fumbling around like the rest of my classmates. I ran straight to the headmaster when I realized what had happened. But when I got there, I found him standing on his desk, swinging a broom around. I've been asking myself the same thing. Truthfully, I'm totally unremarkable. I suppose it's possible. My mother always said I was special.
Help me. I'm desperate.
Please, my lady, spare a coin for a wretched beggar. Please. Oh, but I am wretched. Don't you see my filthy fingernails? My oozing sores? I am a victim, it's true. I haven't the heart to speak it aloud. Some cruel scribe committed my woes to paper, but I can't bear... Have you come for another look at nameless sorrow? Look then, Weedle. A name that breaks even the hardest hearts. Most people don't notice us lowly beggars, let alone learn our names. I thank you for that. But names cannot fill an empty belly. What? No, you can't do that. No mortal can see my wretched state and not be moved to pity. Oh, great Namira, sweet prince of decay. I thought I'd never see you again. Please, free me from your gifts. I can't bear them any— Oh, thank you. My gratitude is beyond measure. Undo what has been done, I beg you. Yes, I feel not much different, actually. What is going on? This is confusing. That was it? I don't feel cured at all. I feel the same. I'm confused. No, you must be wrong. Look! I'm covered in rags and sores. Just look at me. Look! Oh, Erudiel. Yes, I remember. My frumpy, boring friend.
There you are. I have wonderful news. Maybe. The book. I was examining the book again, trying to see if there was anything I missed. Then, lines of text started appearing. I know. He just returned. How did you manage it? Well, that's oddly specific, but I'm glad my plan worked. It can't be a coincidence. Whatever's taken hold of Glardir is clearly not pleased. I hate to cause her more You saved Pavo! Well done! You should find the others. Perhaps you could help Nelwyn next.
These seas may be treacherous, but fear not. Even the ocean winds quail at the sight of Captain Wereshark.
One of you is the thief. I'll crack this case yet. Careful there, friend. There's a thief about. One of these two scamps is the criminal mastermind behind a half-baked plot to steal a pie. My pie, in fact. Cut down in its crispy, gooey prime. Oh, goodness, no! Sure, you recognize the most clever and curvaceous investigator in Tamriel. Clearly you need to read up on my escapades. Some clever writers committed a few to paper. Should be a copy around here somewhere. So, finished reading about my heroic exploits? Yes, Investigator Vale at your service. Have a puzzling crime to report? What? Of course I am, silly. I know this seems like an unsolvable crime to the average citizen, but it's really all quite clear to me. Proof? Why, of course I have proof. I just want these two to wriggle on the hook a bit longer. I'll reveal the identity. Have you figured it out?
You lay yet more burdens on an already burdened brow? I stole no pies. Now, pie? I can't trouble myself with such trifling matters. I have a kingdom to look after, and a churlish child to wrangle. I stole no pies. It was clearly the pirate over there. What? You want me to believe that Investigator Vale got this wrong? Ha! Preposterous! The pirate's to blame. Just look at all these crumbs. Only a sloppy mariner would make such a mess. Yes? Look, they're everywhere. Leading off into the bushes, it seems. Why that scallywag stole off into the bushes, I don't know. But you can't expect a weary sovereign to understand the mind of a criminal.
Avast! Why do you pester me like this nosy wench? I've no use for lubber pies. That slippery Breton must have taken it. Believe me, I know a thief when I see one, and that little twerp is guilty as they come. Must be mighty quick, though. I barely took me eyes off the rascal, and these eyes are as sharp as fish hooks, see? No! Not possible! Investigator Vale said one of us is guilty, and it weren't me! She's clever as a one-eyed shark, that one. Vale's never wrong. I saw a flash of brown fur out of the corner of me eye, quick as a dolphin in the wake. It was heading towards the hedgerow, I think.
Ah, you've arrived just in time to see me expose the pastry thief. It's quite clear that the guilty party is none other than that pirate there. The picaroon's testimony, while colourful, included the flavour of the pie, a fact that only someone who tasted it would know. Another puzzling case closed. Impressed? A dog? Of course. The fur, the crumbs. How could I have missed it? It was so obvious. No, this isn't right. This isn't how the story goes. I am Investigator Vale. I am never wrong. Wait, I hear a name. Who is Tanelwen? I'm so confused. Yes, I remember now. That damned book, The Illuminous. It's to blame, isn't it? I'll go check on Arudiel now. Auriel knows he'll need the help. Thank you, my friend. Being a sultry detective was uncomfortable. Let's see if Arudiel has found a solution
Does
yet.
that mean we aren't in trouble?
I don't know. Now I'm hungry.
Another successful rescue? Thank goodness. I suspected as much. Perfect. We're clearly onto something. When you rescue someone, new passages appear in the book. It's almost like you're writing a new story. Intriguing, and more than a little unsettling. Just have a look. Glardia's persona seems tied to the Illuminous in a more explicit way than the others, but I still haven't managed to identify her character. Well, freeing my friends is clearly angering whatever force is driving this. If the Illuminous grows angry enough, maybe the force behind it will reveal itself. How's that for a plan? That wasn't rhetorical. Is this... This is an atrocious plan, isn't it? Have you found Selenia yet? Check the Academy walls. I thought I saw her up there. It's ironic. She normally hates heights. Get her down, and perhaps we can make a bit more headway here.
Oh, come on! Jump! It's fun! I want to see if you bounce!
I am. I'll show you. Right. I'm not afraid. Hello. Come to join in my adventures? Or maybe you mean to scold me like the mean old workers. I hope not. I could use a new playmate. Torchbug's fun, but a little strange. He's my best friend. Just over there, see? He always has the funniest ideas, but sometimes he says things that crinkle my carapace. Still, he's always good for an adventure. Sitting in the mines is so boring. A game! A guessing game! Yes! Here are some hints. I have 8 spindly legs, cute little mandibles, and a thirst for adventure. Stumped? Ha! There's a book that might give you a clue. Must be around here somewhere. So, can you guess who I am? Yes, yes, you got it! I am the most fearless adventurer on 8 legs. Nothing scares me. Nothing. Not a thing. Not even those big hairy spiders in the garden. Definitely not those. Scribs aren't afraid of spiders. Not one bit.
Selling, buying, trading, right here.
Okay, I've got
not
this.
you again!
And go! Is that a spider? Ah! No, no! Get it away from me! Oh, disgusting creatures!
Wait, where are you... Oh, you ruined it!
What is going on? was just a spider. This isn't right. I'm brave. I'm brave and fearless, and what happened to me? Where am I? Mara, help me. Were we up on the walls? A Rudil? It was that damned book, wasn't it? The Illuminus? I told him to leave that thing be. Just had to put on a show for Gladir, didn't he? Ugh. Can we continue this closer to the ground? I still feel dizzy. You mean he's still fiddling with it? Sen's price. We'd best get down there and make sure he doesn't do something foolish.
It found me! Save yourselves!
There you are. Glardir's gotten far less cheerful, and the book shifted again. I think things are coming to a head. Every time you bring someone back, Glardir's irritation grows. It started out simple enough, sneers and grumbles. But now, she's near to frothing. On top of that, there's another entry in the book. It's... well, just look at it.
Enough of this! You. Oh, I've had just about enough of you. My story was perfect. Perfect! And now you've muddled it up. I won't have it. Not anymore. Oh, such pride. Such braggadocio. You would have made a splendid character in my story, if not for your bull-headed meddling. My name is unimportant. The play's the thing. The story. You know it well by now. You've been reading it all along. Yes, and it would have been a far better tale without you in it. Any of you, in fact. You're boring, ordinary. I need finer muses. The library. Yes, there are splendid books in there. I'll use them to weave a true tale of terror. You don't deserve this book. It's mine.
Gladir, wait! She vanished. Oh, of all the luck. Where did she go? Well, that is... suboptimal. She must be talking about the stacks below the Hall of Illumination. If she means to stir up trouble, there are plenty of stories down there that will let her do just that. You must...
Onward, sailors! What treasures await us!
Oh, now what is all this mess? Oh my, a roguish adventurer. Finally. Sorry about the mess. I usually keep things so neat. When things get dirty, oh, I get so flustered. Well, a shapely woman came prancing through. Tousled hair, firm buttocks, and oh, the bosoms. Anyway, the book sprung to life behind her. Toothsome beasts and sweaty, rugged fighters appeared in her wake. Ooh, is it getting hot in here? Oh, I've got plenty of ideas. Oh, wait. You mean to banish them? I'm such a silly thing. The creatures seem bound to their books. If you close a book and slide it back onto the shelf, that might work. Instinct. Raw, untamed instinct. If that fails, I suppose you could check the shelves. Maybe some outwardly prudish but secretly lustful archivist labeled them. Just be sure to put the books on the right shelf. These tomes.
closed in on all sides. The hero was sure to perish.
Can anyone assist me?
was sealed. I'm free. Finally. Wait, where am I? Yes, I remember now. The creature. It's called the Illuminated One. It feeds on stories, on conflict and drama. The more exciting, the better. I fear all this fighting and chasing and anxiety has just made it stronger. It's grown powerful enough to manifest as a material being. That makes it more dangerous. But it also gives us an opportunity to fight it. If you hunt it down and beat it into submission, it will have no choice but to return to the Illuminus.
All my classmates and professors are finally coming to their senses. Whatever you did appears to have worked. Thank the divines. You know, Gladia finally solved the mystery of why I was spared. The Illuminated One thought I was too boring. Imagine that. I guess it pays to be dull sometimes. And to have strong allies like you. Take care, Caraval.
I suppose I did succeed in this expedition. The notes you've given me are written by my hand after all. Though, of course, that me won't exist now since you've stopped me and I'm going to stop now. Before my head hurts. I'm sure these notes will give me more details. The best thing to do... You know, it may be silly, but I suppose I came here to step out of his shadow. If I could be the one to crack Eben Stadmont, well, perhaps that would be enough. And then I was trapped in the past to serve a mysterious being. Oh, I would have been. Tellinger is the one who makes brash decisions and puts us all in danger, and I'm the one who helps fix it. Yet as soon as I lead, I find myself in the same position as him. For now, I'd rather clean up his messes rather than make my own.
Come on, Alamar. Pull yourself together. My aching head. Where in Oblivion am I? Yes, that's right. This is Russefeld. I came here to buy some wine. That's it. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, don't tell me I lost them. My wine bottles! They should be right here. Oh, Father's going to kill me if I come home empty-handed. Again. I must have lost them during the winery tour. I may have had one too many tastings. It's all still very hazy. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, by Oblivion, I'm not even sure what day it is. The bottles must be somewhere along the winery grounds. I probably dropped them as we went along. I can barely see straight right now. Could you fetch them for me? I believe we toured the southern, northern, and central arbors. Yes, that sounds right. There should be 3 bottles, all with the Russefeld seal. Now, you go do that. I'm going to lie down for just a minute. Oh, it's the best place for wine in Somerset. Well, at least according to my father it is. That's why he makes me travel all the way here. Honestly, though, it tastes all the same to me. Why, aren't you just hilarious? Yes, let's bully the tasteless lush who lost his wine. Speaking of which, don't you have bottles to find? I must return to Shimmerine soon, or I'll never hear the end of it. So, off you go. Fine, fine. Let me try to remember. I recall sitting near a fire with someone playing a lute. Yes, that memory's a bit more clear. I believe you'll find the first bottle there. The sunrise, perhaps? It was getting darker then. I took a seat on a stone bench further within the arbor. There was a light behind me, but it was faint. A small lamp, I suppose? Yes, and I had just a hint of my bottle of wedding veil. I remember now. Ah, my rose heart. Strong stuff, if memory serves. I must have been even further within the arbor at that time, probably close to town. I remember falling down quite a few times. It most likely ended up on the ground somewhere. Oh, it's the best place for wine in Somerset. Well, at least according to my father it is. That's why he makes me travel all the way here. Honestly, though, it tastes all the same to me. Why, aren't you just hilarious? Yeah.
You were there. Did Indanir really rise from the dead?
This is taking forever.
Sleck. My head hasn't hurt this bad since, well, actually not that long ago. Perhaps my cousin's wedding last month? But then, there was that little get-together last week. Never mind all that. Have you the bottles? My, don't these beauties look tempting? Perhaps I'll have a few sips, just to get me going before I set off on the road. Here's your reward, for services rendered and all that.
Just look at this place. How in Cerebane's name did you get the right master to unlock it for you?
He rightly acknowledged our superior skill. It's only natural that he'd let us work here.
Well, it's quite a privilege.
Privilege? It's our right, Vanus. You mustn't be so humble all the time.
Not this again. Come, let's explore further.
Secluded? Cavernous? Yes, this will be perfect for my research.
That was Manimarco, and Vanus Galarian, the leader of the Mages Guild. Can you believe this? It must be Manimarco's laboratory.
What have you done? This is just repugnant.
Oh, Vanus. I would have thought you were less judgmental. It's just a bit of puppetry. Nothing but arcane lift and spirit handling.
That was a living thing, Manimarco. You're edging close to a dangerous line. Too close.
You sound like the right master. The only lines are those you draw in your mind.
I'm not going to... Please, just find a new avenue. All right.
Oh, Vanus. You will never understand true power.
I always heard Vanus and Manimarco were friends, but it seems like a complex relationship. Fascinating. Let's see what else we can find.